Hello everyone, myself Nitish Kumar, studied BPT second year, Sri Venkateshwara College of Physiotherapy. My topic is breast cancer rehabilitation. Let's start. First we will see overview of the topic. In overview of the topic we will cover introduction, anatomy of breast, definition of breast, incidence, signs and symptoms, risk factor, diagnosis, treatment we are covered, medical and surgical treatment, rehabilitation part we will cover pre and post rehabilitation. Okay, let's start with introduction. Nowadays we will see the cancer can affect lots of people, especially in humans can affect um, especially especially in humans can affect in mostly in humans can affect lots of cancer, especially breast cancer is affected in mostly. Cancer is a dreadful disease. 8 to 90% of all cancer are the results of the thing we do ourselves. Among women, breast cancer is the second most common cancer. Breast cancer is the most common malignant condition of breast. Okay, now we see anatomy of breast. In anatomy of breast, the breast contains adipose tissue or fatty tissue, lymph vessels, ducts, lobules. Location of breast. The breast is located overlaying the 2 to 6 ribs and extend from the lateral border of the sternum. The thin layer of breast tissue extended above the clavicle and below the 7th and 8th rib. You can see this picture. This is breast tissue. The above above to the clavicle and below to the 7th and 8th ribs. In posteriorly to attach to the latissimus dorsi, the edge of the latissimus dorsi. Okay, now we are the definition of breast cancer. Breast cancer is the most common malignancy condition of breast. Malignancy means cells that grows harmfully and uncontrollably. Next we will see. Next we see history of breast cancer. It's described in 6th dynasty, described by a French surgeon Jean Louis. Now we see incidence of breast cancer. The incidence of breast cancer is mortality in world 40,000, mortality in USA 43,000, in women's in USA 1,18,000. In India, 1 in 20 women in urban population, 1 in 18 women in rural population. Picture you can see the 1 in 18 women can affected in the US population diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime. 80% of breast cancer can occur, diagnosis occur in women with no prior family history, have no family history, only can affect in physiological changes of body. 93% of women with yearly breast cancer diagnosis survive to the behind the 5 years. Now we are see what are the signs and symptoms of breast cancer. Yearly symptoms. A form of hard lump in the breast, a lump in the armpit, change in the shape and size of breast, changes to the nipple, discharge blood from the nipple. Late symptoms: double vision, muscle weakness, headache, nausea, cough, shortness of breath, jaundice, loss of appetite, weight loss, bone pain. You can see the changes of this picture. You can see the changes of the nipple in the breast. Next we see risk factors of the breast cancer. Genetic is 5 to 10% of all cases. Lack of childbearing and breastfeeding, early menarche and late menopause, lifestyle like alcoholism and smoking, women on HRT. HRT means hormonal replacement treatment. Exposure radiation. This is most common, important. Most commonly, the exposure of radiation is most commonly affected into the in cancer conditions. Age, gender, history like obstruct gynecologic history. Now we are see diagnosis of the breast cancer. First, biopsy. Biopsy have two types, core and excisional. FNAC means fine needle aspiration. USG, ultrasonography, mammography, PET. PET means position emission tomography. CT and MRI scan, bone scan. Now we are detailed to see this diagnosis. First you will see biopsy. Biopsy means a needle is used to draw the sample fluid and tissue from a lump to be studied and detect the breast cancer. The biopsy have two types, needle and excisional. This is needle biopsy. You can see this picture, this is needle biopsy. Next, we see fine needle aspiration. The fine needle aspiration to use it based on the ultrasonography to aspire the tissue or fluid to detect the cancer. Next, we see mammography. Mammography is the most investigation procedure in the cancer related condition, especially in most common procedure in breast cancer condition. In mammography, it's like a device. In mammography, each breast is compressed in horizontally, then oblique and taken the X-ray is taken from each position. You can see this picture. This is camera unit. This is X-ray beam, film production. Each breast can compressed into the horizontal position. Next you will see USG. USG means ultrasonography. In ultrasonography, to detect the to find out the enlargement of lymph nodes and a stage of cancer in malignancy. Next we will see stage of breast cancer. The breast cancer have four stages. The stage 0 is a pre-cancer stages. The cancer occurs only ducts and lobus partis. DCS means ductus carcinoma insitis. LCS means lobar carcinoma insitis. In stage 1, the cancer less than 2 cm and hasn't spread anywhere. In stage 2, the tumor is less than 5 cm, splits lymph nodes and underarm. In stage 3, this stage is called local advanced breast cancer. Is spreaded into the skin, chest wall, internal mammary lymph nodes. In stage 4, it is metastatic cancer and severe stage. The stage of cancer spreaded away from the breast, such as part of bones, lungs, livers, and brain. Next, we see receptor. In receptor, affected into the endocrine function of the breast. ER plus 80%. ER means estrogen. PR plus 65%. PR means progesterone receptor. HER2 plus 25% aggressive. HER2 means human epidermal growth factor receptor. Treble minus. These three are affected into the negatively. Some drugs can affect into the to blacks the hormonal receptor, like tamoxifen block the hormonal receptor. Aromatase inhibitors like trastuzumab for HER2, hamsterdol and letrozole stop the estrogen production. Now we are seeing axillary lymph nodes. Axillary lymph nodes help to drain the fluid of in part of axilla and breast. The axillary lymph nodes situated into the three level. Level 1 low axilla, level 2 mid axilla, level 3 high axilla and armpit axilla. Next we see treatment of breast cancer. First we see medical treatment. In medical treatment, first chemotherapy. Chemotherapy used in two type, non-adjuvant chemotherapy, adjuvant chemotherapy. The chemotherapy, it helps destroy the cancer cells. Next give hormonal therapy. Next radiotherapy. In radiotherapy, it reduced to chance of cancer will occur. In radiotherapy can be delivered in two types, either external beam radiotherapy or brachytherapy or internal radiotherapy. Next give surgical treatment. In surgical treatment, we provide some surgeries. Lumpectomy. Lumpectomy means removal of lumps. Mastectomy. Mastectomy means removal of breast. In mastectomy, the surgeon makes some type of mastectomy: simple mastectomy, radical mastectomy, modified mastectomy, partial mastectomy, total mastectomy, and quadrectomy. These pictures deliver the mastectomy, types of mastectomy. This is lumpectomy. This is partial mastectomy. In partial mastectomy, the removal of only partially. In modified radical mastectomy, the removal of breast tissue along with lymph nodes and some cases in pectoralis major muscle. In total mastectomy, removal of whole breast. These pictures also deliver the types of mastectomies. Radical mastectomies. You can clearly see this picture, types of mastectomy. Next, reconstructive surgery. In reconstructive surgery, first we see implants. In implants, we used silicone implants. To see this picture, this is silicone implants to insert the part of the breast. The implants to help this to stitch the tissue, skin and tissue expander. Next, we see tissue flap surgery. In tissue flap surgery, it's procedure to skin and muscle to remove to the one part, to insert to the implant to the part of the breast. We have some types. First we see LD flap. LD flap means latissimus dorsi flap. In this picture we will clearly see the latissimus dorsi flap. This is latissimus dorsi muscle. The skin and muscle of the latissimus dorsi to remove like a flap, to insert and implant into the under the breast muscle. This is latissimus dorsi flap. Next, TRAM. TRAM flap means transverse abdominal muscle flap. This picture you can clearly see the transverse abdominal. This is transverse abdominal flap. You can cut the flap of transverse abdominal muscle to put the part of the breast. Next, DAEP. DAEP flap means deep epigastric flap. Next, we see nipple reconstruction surgery. To make a nipple form of tissue to take the flaps to the part of back and abdominals. You can see this picture. This is before nipple reconstruction surgery. This is after reconstruction surgery. In nipple to use also prosthetic nipples. You can see this picture clearly. Prosthetic nipples. Now we are see rehabilitation of breast cancer. In rehabilitation of breast cancer, we will see physiotherapy intervention. In surgical cases, we have two types: pre-operative assessment and post-operative assessment. Next, physiotherapy intervention during chemotherapy, physiotherapy intervention during radiotherapy. Now we are see goals of oncology physiotherapist: respiratory care, mobility care, strength, endurance, functional independence, pain management, amputation, psychological aspect. The patient undergoing have radiation therapy or chemotherapy. The patient undergoing a surgery, recent diagnosis, treat and initial for cancer to assess by the main goals of the oncology physiotherapist. Now we are see rehabilitation part. First we see physiotherapy intervention in surgical cases. First we see pre-operative assessment. In pre-operative assessment, the physiotherapy assessed the detailed of history in abstract gynecological, chest assessment, lung function test. In lung function test, to detect the pulmonary function test, to take a lung capacity and lung volume tests. Next, to assess the stage of cancer and the extent of the disease. Next, to assess the surgical plan, should be documented length and duration of surgery. Next, then types of incision and detail of the flap used in reconstruction. Next, the PT assess the involvement of lymph nodes and posture mobility. Next, checking the exercise capacity, considering the patients and tolerance. The assessment taken before the surgery. Now we are see post-operative assessment. Chest assessment, examination of surgical site, severity of pain based on the NPRS numeric pain rate scale. They detect the intensity of pain, evaluation of posture, lymphedema evaluation. Now we are see some problems of post-operatives. First, post-operative pain, pulmonary complication, decreased shoulder mobility, lymphedema, seroma, hematoma. Hematoma means the collection of blood, outside the blood vessels called hematoma in the ingestion part. Cancer-related fatigue, lymphangiosarcoma. Lymphangiosarcoma means it is a secondary lymphedema. It's occurring to the both upper and lower extremity. Commonly occur into the upper extremity. Psychological issue, communication and management, body image issue, lymphangitis. Lymphangitis means inflammation of limbs. Phantom breast syndrome. Phantom breast syndrome means it is a type of condition in which patients have a sensation of residual breast tissue, like after like a condition of after knee amputation. The after knee amputation, the patient also affect these phantom syndromes. Now we are see one by one the post-operative problems. First we will see pain. In pain, surgical pain and neuropathic pain. For pain management, in drug therapy is the ministry of pain management. To use stents high frequently, positioning and posture correction to avoid the pain due to the muscle spasm. To use moist heat, desensitization. Desensitization means um, relaxation method and to relieve the pain. Stretch, kinesia tap, to use the kinesia tap. Next problem, pulmonary complication. In pulmonary complication, the PT assessed breathing pattern, effectiveness of airway clearance, symmetrical lung expansion. Next problem, decreased shoulder mobility. The shoulder mobility delayed as per plastic surgeon instruction 3 to 5 days in post-operative. The plastic surgeon tell a patient to elevate the arm in 3 to 5 days, because the elevation the shoulder joint will be contraction and addition formation. To relieve the contraction and addition formation, to give a mobility exercise. Next problem, seroma. Seroma is defined as collection of serous fluid developed under the skin flap. The seroma is developed from after flap surgery. Incidence. Incidence we will see 2.5% and 51%. And the seroma produced pain, infection, limitation of daily activities. Treatment of seroma, resolve and aspiration of fluids. Next most common problem, lymphedema. Lymphedema means excessive and persistent accumulation of extravascular and extracellular fluid and protein collection in tissue space. International Society of Lymphology classification for lymphedema. We have classified in three grades. Grade 1. In grade 1, the swelling occur in 90%. To see swelling bites on the presence, reduced elevation. In grade 2, the swelling present in 31%. To see symptoms of tremor, non-biting skin, hair loss, skin texture. In grade 3, the swelling is present 54%. To see the symptoms of elephantiasis, very thickened skin with loss of folds. You can see this picture clearly. It is grade 1 lymphedema, grade 2 lymphedema, grade 3 lymphedema. Clearly see this picture. Now we are seeing measurement of lymphedema in body by the using of circumference measurement. The measurement taken various part of body, arm and leg. The measurement should be taken point wise, 1 point, 2 point, 3 point. In between the 1 point to another point, the gap will be scaled like 4 centimeter. The measurement taken 4 centimeter apart the 1 point to other point. In mild stage, the point will be 2 centimeter. In moderate stage, point will be less than 2 centimeter or greater than 5 centimeter. In severe stage, the point will be greater than 5 centimeter. The picture you can clearly see, this is circumference measurement of in upper limb arm. This is circumference measurement in lower limb legs. Now we are the management strategy of lymphedema. In phase 1, need continuous treatment in home. In phase 2, maintain phase. Daily treatment of lymphedema. Skin care, to use some oils and medication. Self-care skills, arm elevation to drain the fluid. Exercise, MLD, manual lymphatic drainage, bandaging, compression, decognitive exercise. IPC means intermittent pneumatic compression device. Now we see one by one these daily treatments. First we will see manual lymphatic drainage. In manual lymphatic drainage discovered by Dr. M.L. Wader in 1930s. It is a gentle manual technique which improves activity of lymph vessels by mild mechanical stretch and walls of the lymph collectors. It gives 45 minutes twice daily. Used various techniques like pump techniques and rotatory techniques. Next we will see compression bandaging. The compression bandaging device, they provide mechanical assistance to prevent reaccumulation of fluid post lymphatic drainage. This picture is, you can clearly see, this is bandaging technique. This is intermittent pneumatic compression device. This is compression therapy device. Now we are seeing next problem of next post-operative cancer-related fatigue. Cancer-related fatigue is defined as being distressing, persistent, subjective, sense of physical, emotional, and are related to cognitive tiredness or exhaustion. The management of the cancer-related fatigue. To assess the BFI. BFI means brief fatigue inventory. Then you have to assess the FACAT. FACAT means foundation for the according of cell therapy. Next we give energy conversion. Then nutrition provides stress management, exercise, diet, fat. Next problem is psychological issue. In psychological issue, the patient contain commonly fear, shock, hunger, and depression. Also changes in sexual problems, changes in the sexual anatomies. Body image issues. In body image issues, we are use some prosthetic materials to correct the body image issues. Use it to cottons, pad and sand, like a breast prosthesis, brace, chest braces by the silicone made by the silicone. Now we are seeing group therapy. After post-operative treatment, we give some group therapy for breast cancer condition. We give some group therapies: kit, drain care, wound care, skin care, do's and don'ts, exercise, diet. First we see skit. The skit is contain pink bag, pillow, smiley ball, bandage, oil powder, cushion. The pink bag is these are contain pillow we are use face and axilla. Smiley ball use compressed to control the blood pressure. Then bandaging, iodine powder to prevent the scar form. A cushion to use breast support and back and thorax support. Next we will see wound care. Wound care will care by helix spray. This is helix spray. This helix spray is an antiseptic spray. The spray on the use on the incision surface to form a thin film over the injection layer. Next we will see skin care. In skin care, avoid to injury, avoid to the infection, bathing with warm water, use moisture. In diet, eat well balanced diet, then eat less fatty food and maintain weight and healthy fresh cooked food. In exercise good immediate post operative after reconstructing surgery. Now we are see breast self examination. Breast self examination is defined as it is screening method used is an attempt to detect yearly breast cancer. The method involves the woman herself looking at and feeling each breast for possible lumps, disorientation, and swellings. The breast self-examination are do five stages. First is five steps. First step: examine your breast in the shower. Second step: examine your breast in front of the mirror. In front of the mirror with your arms down, up, and on your hips. Uh, Third step: stand and press your breast in circular position. You can see this picture. Then fourth step, lie down and repeated the step 3. In fifth step, squeeze your nipples to check the any discharge or fluids. Now we are see physiotherapy intervention during chemotherapy. Um, Mostly the cancer patient we have getting the chemotherapy for all cancer conditions. The chemotherapy is produced lots of side effects like nausea, vomiting, hair loss, edema formation, peripheral neuropathy, delayed wound care, then CNS dysfunction, cardiac pulmonary toxicity. And the patient have undergoing chemotherapy presents with reduced exercise time, reduced VO2 max, abnormal heart rate response, ST and T wave changes, exercise induced hypertension. Then, the subacute sensory neuropathy is also observed in patients undergoing chemotherapy. It is most important observation. Now we are seeing exercise in chemotherapy. Induced will induce aerobic exercise in the form of supervised daily bicycle ergometry to heart rate of 50% of calculated HR max for 5 to 15 minutes intervals over a period of 30 minutes. The benefits of the aerobic exercise: less pain, reduced decrement in tremor, reduced fatigue levels, short hospitalization, better recovery. Now we are seeing physiotherapy intervention during radiation therapy. Prevent chest wall adhesion, specific shoulder exercise, relaxation, aerobic exercise. Thank you.